Now let's get to the scheduled program. Welcome, hip hop fam. This is the Lost Element brought to you by Hippie, where we hear from the real defenders of the culture. Yo, what's good, LA? Y'all listening to Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM. You know, today we got another real defender of the culture. Y'all probably seen him up. Yards, trains, freeways, scribes, cuddy spots. But without further ado, how we do it here on this show? What you writing, my boy?
They call me Klutch from BOS IAO, San Pedro Harbor area.
That's right, man. So, before we get into everything, like you said San Pedro, but, tell the people a little bit about where you grew up and how you got into graph from there.
Okay, I'm from San Pedro, where the ghetto meets the sea, right there on 110 to the end. And got into this graph game by some friends. And at first I didn't really know what the fuck I was really seeing.
Yeah.
It was more of that shit's lucky dope. But I don't know, it just intrigued me, you know what I mean? Seeing like people write their name in a spot where you're not supposed to be writing and shit.
Yeah.
But the exposure of like everybody walking by and seeing it and be like, yo, I seen this name like over here and over there. That shit low-key like kind of got me more into like that scenery,
Yeah.
And throughout the years it kind of got more of an obsession as I got to meet more cats and seeing how they got down, and it was just the whole culture,
Yeah.
fascinated by it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Like, you said you got introduced to the culture from your friends, and then you started getting like fascinated by it and like doing it yourself. But do you remember like that first piece you ever hit up and like?
Yeah, it's probably like around 2013, 2014.
Okay.
I remember clear as day. I had two Rustos, yellow, had a black, no adapter, you know what I mean? Straight stock,
yeah.
And went under the freeway right here in the 110, and I thought it was some banger, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's me right there, you know what I mean? And then I walked back, and I was looking at it from far. I'm like, God damn, this shit. But there's room for improvement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get your shit right away. It's gonna take a little while. And but just seeing that kind of made me feel like, oh, I'm hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't, but
At the time,
at the time I was like, damn, that shit hard, man.
Yeah.
Gangster, you know what I mean?
Most definitely, man. Like, that's where you just started off, but like, when you see your stuff today, you can definitely see the dope style and the progress,
The improvement, you know what I mean? Like, at first I was like, yo, I'm trying to get good off the back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it took a little process, because I didn't really understand what the fuck I was putting my letters through and shit, like where to coordinate them at. But once I did, it kind of leveled out, you know what I mean? It wasn't so much of pressure, like, especially like when you go hit hot spots, or everything's different, But yeah, like after a while, it got pretty dope.
That's right, man. So, man, I gotta ask you, bro, like, how'd you get the name Klutch?
Damn. So, back in the days, me and the homie Tons, RRP, we were writing different names at the time, and we were like trying to figure out this low-key name. Like, yo, like we about to write low-key names. No one's gonna know who the fuck we are. Like, and we came up with Klutcho and Rusto, and we were mobbing, you know what I mean? But where I fucked up at is when like somebody asked me what I wrote, instead of telling them the O name, I told them Klutch.
Yeah.
I just gotta stick with it now. Like, this guy knows, he's gonna tell everybody else, like, yo, that's Wooty Woo. I'm like, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He eventually dropped the other name, but I just dropped the O and just kept it Klutch.
Yeah. Man,
Pretty much.
That's right, man. you know, like earlier you were saying like you know, at first you didn't like your style, but then like, you know, the development. But I want to ask like what's your creative process like when you go up to hit these spots? Like, do you have a sketch? Is it like just off the top, like?
At first it was a sketch, but then after a while, like once you know your letters, you just throw it in the wall, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I just never, my older homies have always taught me like you gotta get your shit on lock, because one day you're gonna hit a hot spot and you'll have no time to pull out that paper, no time to look at your phone. So they kind of like pushed it on me, like where to like I have to keep this shit in muscle memory in a way.
Yeah.
Like I could be laying down acting like I'm drawing my fingers and shit and recreating the bomb thinking in my head, you know?
Yeah.
So then after a while, that was the thing. Just practice until that shit's like implanted in your dome, and then you go out. And then you don't think it, you know what I mean? You don't overthink it. You don't like, oh, what do I do? You just throw some shit on that wall. Hopefully it sticks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. So like, when you say practice, bro, like, would you say like it's like practice in black books or
oh
actually
yeah, for
going
sure, most
out
def.
there?
You gotta like sketch. You gotta keep hitting them books. You gotta keep like do a bomb a day. You know what I mean? At least, because that one bomb is gonna show you your work for the future. You know. At first, you're not gonna like it. You're gonna keep like, man, this shit's trash. But like, why the fuck am I keep doing this shit? But if you just keep trying and keep practicing, keep sketching. Because some people want to just go out already, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't even got no style, they got nothing. And they just want to go kill, like, understandable, you know what I mean? Some people are taggers, some people are bombers. I've been on both sides, you know?
You know, going off of like your creative process, how did you develop that style, you know, because you got a dope style?
Sketching, you know what I mean? After a while, people are not gonna get their shit on lock right away. Some people like going out, you know what I mean? They like tagging instead of bombing. Some fools are taggers, some fools are bombers. I started just trying to picture it in my head first. I'm like, all right, KLUCH. And in the beginning, it wasn't going as planned. I'm like, yo, this doesn't go with this, that doesn't go with this.
Yeah. I
try to make it where at least they all kind of look similar, or like some of the letters are matching other letters, you know. And I started figuring out like my style is more like a bubble sharp, you know.
Yeah.
It's not too extra, you know what I mean? Like to keep it simple, dimple, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's where I come from my creative process. I've learned my shit so much where it's memorizable, I guess, to me, anywhere I go.
Yeah.
And sometimes I like doing color schemes, you know. Black and white's cool, but I feel like the colors pop out more. People notice it more. People like engage with it more.
Yeah.
Than just the black and white. Black and white is cool. I always love doing that, but
salt and pepper.
It's all good, you know.
Yeah.
But like the color schemes, I feel like goes for me. I would like, to this day, I'm still trying to learn like new shit. It's not, you don't get everything at once. You don't become masterpiece or master bomber at once. Like, I'm still trying to learn. Still trying to like sharpen my knife, you know.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So like, you know, the next thing I want to ask you, bro, is like, you know, you're a part of some known crews out there, you know. So like, for the listeners listening, wanting to learn about this graffiti culture, like, what are those crews, and like, what do those three letters stand for?
Okay, I'm from BOS, Bombing Out Society, IAO, Ink All Over, and PH, Potheads, Paintheads.
Paintheads.
BOS came from guy that came to LA, from LA to the harbor. He wrote Tegmo.
Okay.
He put on some foods from the harbor, and they went on from there. Like, it's been going on a movement ever since. It's a crew from the 90s. And pretty much IAO started in the 2010. A group from San Pedro, you know. It's very small at first, but throughout the years it developed. And PH started from the homies from Pedro too. Same thing, but a little older.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much.
That's right, man. Like, yeah, those are some known crews. You know, like just myself being from the harbor, you know, like with PH, like that was around since I was like a kid too. But I just remember like I always thought it was like Pedro's hardest, you know, because the PH.
That was one of the memes too.
Yeah. And like I remember when I was like, "Hey, what's PH?" Like Pedro's hardest. I was like, "Damn, that's a dope ass name."
Yeah, for sure.
You know, next thing I want to ask you, man, is like, what's your favorite thing to hit up on, bro? Like,
I like virgin walls, you know.
Okay.
Shit that, like, man, nobody hit this yet. Watch when I hit a bang on this. I guess freights too.
Freights.
Get jiggy on Figgy, you know what I mean?
That's right.
I mean, I guess, yeah, those two and bando spots too. Somewhere you can like, the bandos is cool because you can kind of take your time on it. Other two, I guess the virgin wall depends where you're at, but I like some shit that's smooth and shit's not gonna peel off. Virgin walls, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. With the with the virgin walls, bro, like how do you feel like when like you get it cracking the spot and then now like everyone swarms to like that new wall? Like,
shit, I mean, from growing up, homies used to hate that shit.
Yeah.
They'd be like, man, stop spot jogging. Shit, I used to hate that shit too. Especially when you have some shit rocking for years and then somebody comes, bombs next to you, and then, or even catches the tag next to you and that whole shit get wiped.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker. But other than that, like, get your name up. You know what I mean? You gotta get that name up somehow. Especially for the new foods that are coming up. You gotta get that portfolio up, you know?
Yeah. Most definitely, man. You know, next one I got for you, bro, is like, why do you do graffiti?
Why do I do graffiti, huh? Well, it's been part of my lifestyle for like pretty much since I was a young buck. And it's to the point that I don't even know. Like, I've been in this shit so long. In the beginning, it was like trying to get implanted, trying to have my name in the game and shit. But now it's a way of life. Everybody around me does that shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just the name of the game. I feel like I've been in it for so long that it just implanted in my dome. Like, that's all I know. Like, I'll be driving, see some graph, and then I just like turn my head, like damn near almost crash on the freeway and shit. Like, I don't know. I just like, it's part of my lifestyle now. Implanted in me. Even if I were to stop riding, I think I would still be too into it to even like give it another eye, you know?
Yeah. And that's right, bro. You know, this next one, bro, is like, you know, like with the history of graffiti, you know, it was originally like from New York and like really tied to hip hop, you know. But like I want to ask you, like nowadays, like do you still see that connection with hip hop and graffiti?
Yeah, I think it's part of like the four elements. They both have different ways to express yourself. Graffiti and hip hop do go like super well with each other, especially because of all the known history from like New York in the 80s and people breakdancing and, you know,
yeah, the DJs and
all that shit, you know,
like
the
that.
fucking bucket hats, you know what I mean? God damn, the bucket hats. But I feel like now, like graffiti is like, it has more than one scenery, you know.
Yeah.
They have like the punk rock graffiti fools,
For real.
the
ska heads,
you know. It's not just hip hop no more, but majority of like graffiti heads are like into hip hop.
Yeah. Man, that's right. You know, for some our listeners out there, man, like, you know, we're mostly have listeners in LA, but for those that are from out of town, different states, different cities, like, how would you describe the LA graffiti culture to them?
Shit, get in where you fit in, you know what I mean? That shit get bravo out here. People be tripping, but if you got a good style, you know the rules of the game, you should be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
just
right.
Watch who you hang with.
That's right, man. Yeah, the next one is, like, you know, nowadays social media is like a really big thing. You know, little kids are on social media now. But how do you feel graffiti or social media has impacted graffiti, and do you think it hurt or helped it?
I mean, I guess it's like a mixed response on that one. Because social graffiti was always meant to be like not knowing who you are, or you weren't supposed to be out there, you know?
Yeah.
But with this day and age, I feel like it helps with a lot of exposure, you know? You can see a food from TJ getting down. Yeah. You can see like food from Germany, you know, other side of the countries like getting down, and you probably will never get to actually see it in real life. But
yeah,
I mean, I guess it goes both ways, but it helps, you know? Helps to kind of see different point of views.
Yeah.
I fuck with it though.
That's right, man. Alright, man. We're gonna take a little music break right now. Yo, what's good, y'all? We're back. Y'all listening to Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM. You know, we're gonna get right back into this interview. We got Klutch in the studio. So the first question I got, man, is you got any crazy or funny stories you could share with the people?
Shit. I got like a funny story.
Okay.
There's like shit, it might not be that funny, but like me and the homies used to never have like, there's a reason why I do lookouts now, like have at least one homie keeping a lookout, cause you like never know who's gonna pop up, you know?
Yeah.
And one time, maybe like 10 years ago, we had the homies, we were hitting this hot spot, and we were being reckless as fuck. We were like drinking, like no one's keeping lookout, cars are passing by. It's like 10 o'clock at night. It's pretty early, you know what I mean? And cops pulled up, fucking flashed the light at us. I'm like, yo, I'm out of here. The first thing I told the homies up right before we go paint, like, we all have this thing where cops come, every man for themselves, regardless, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, don't look for us. Get it going, you know? Dip. Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yeah.
So cops come, we're like, fuck, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't think I even grabbed my paint. I didn't even grab my fucking paint. I just some like rookie move, you know what I mean? I didn't even grab my paint. I'm booking it. The homie's right next to me. That fool hits the floor on like, we're running through freeways and shit. That nigga smacks the floor, and he's yelling my name and shit like, yo, yo, help. Keep in mind, there's like 2-3 homies next to him. I'm hitting the ghost, my boy. I'm not even there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit's got you, like, what the, like, I'm hearing his voice fade. Yo. Like, and then I hid in this cut for like an hour. We eventually all met up, but like he was mad at me like for like a couple days for that shit. He's like, bro, fuck you, leave me alone. I'm like, come on, my boy, like, I'll buy you a burger, food, chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, everything else is like, can't really talk about it.
Nah, I get you, man. Man, you know, let's switch it up a little bit, bro. Like, the topic, I want to ask you, like, you know, whether it's another rider or like someone else, just a kid in a car driving on the freeway, like if someone sees your work, or even on a train, you know, like what would you want them to take away from that piece or that bomb?
Just know it probably took me you see that? I'll probably be like, yo, you see that bomb? I did that, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Take a picture, send it to me. I don't got no pics. I feel like with me, when they see my bombs, like I want to get it as much crispy as I can, you know?
Yeah.
Cause anything that just not even that is gonna have me up at night, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, I should have done this better.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta come correct every time. No matter what spot you're going to, you know? No matter if it's a wall that they let you bomb on, or if it's a hot spot, or if it's a train yard, or even a bando, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta come correct, because somebody's always gonna see it, and if it's toy, they're gonna let you hear that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got their own opinions on shit, tags and all that stuff, but come correct, you know?
Yeah, most definitely, man. So I want to ask you, bro, is graffiti, is it vandalism or is it art?
Shit. To some people it's art, to others it's vandalism. I feel like that just, to me at least, it's the getting up part, and everything else, it's like the culture, you know?
Yeah.
It could be vandalism, you know? Depending on, like, if you hit up on somebody's house, yeah, for sure, that might be vandalism.
Yeah.
And when you do a mural, that could be art too, you know?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I was more of a tagger, you know?
Okay.
I love getting up, you know? Going through streets, not even bombing or anything, just catching fat tags and shit, you know? Having everybody around be like, yo, I seen you over here, like, I seen you over there, like, seen you on the intersection right here, like. And a lot of people can think that's vandalism, which it might be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really care. Just seeing my name up, it kind of gives me that, like, those butterflies in the stomach, like, ooh, what is that, you know what I'm saying? Gets it cracking.
Yeah, most definitely,
Gotta
man.
be maniaci with it, you know what I mean?
You know, the next one I got for you, bro, is how do you feel about the commercialization of graffiti? All these companies using graffiti in their ads. Like, does it affect your approach at all?
Like, I feel like two ways about it. On, like, one hand, graffiti comes from the streets, you know? So seeing it on a corporate ad or like corporate level, it's kind of like a middle finger to the face, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if the culture, at the same time, if like real artists are getting paid for it, you know, they're getting like feeding their families and they keep it the way graffiti is, I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah.
So long as it's not watered down, you know?
Yeah, most definitely.
Don't forget where it came from, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them do forget about that shit. Like, they want to just throw a font and put it on a game or on an ad or anything like that and call it graffiti, you know?
Yeah.
It's not really like that. It comes from like the inner soul, the struggle, learning how to get to that level, you know? I think that's what I think about it.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Yeah, like going off of that, man, like I want to ask, like, what's your opinion on like graffiti and like in galleries, like in museums, or like even legal murals?
A lot of people have mixed opinions about it. I used to be from a crew where these fools were just doing nothing but legals, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like it kills the whole purpose of graffiti, you know? I mean, yeah, if you're into that, you don't want to go out, I can't tell you how to run your life, you know?
Yeah.
But in that sense, like, it kind of kills, like, the whole purpose of it, you know? Because when I was in that one crew, like, he didn't really want us to go do, like, hot boy spots, or he didn't want us to catch tags, and kind of felt draining in a way.
Yeah.
Nothing against him, you know what I mean? He wanted to run it a certain way, but I just wasn't like my style, you know?
Nah, I get you, man. You know, one thing I want to ask, bro, is like, you know, like you're really for the culture, you know, like talking to you in this interview, you know what I mean, with graffiti. So I want to ask, like, what are the rules to graffiti?
So like for me, there's a lot of different rules. It just depends if you like stick with the OG used to say, you know?
Yeah.
OG used to be like, don't copy nobody else's style. Get it from the mud, you know what I mean? Throwies over tags, bombs over throwies, pieces over bombs. Respect the OGs, you know? Learn your history.
Yeah.
Kind of like take a little piece on what they say and shit, because everybody has like their own way of going. For me, like, it just, that's pretty much how I see it, you know?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Well, one that you brought up is like respect the OGs, dude,
Yeah.
and like respect it. Like, that's a good one. I think that one's looked over a lot now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're the ones who's putting you up on game and shit, you know?
Yeah.
All the older homies that put me up on game. Even though they were trying to, like, sometimes they were being dicks and shit, I think they were just being hard on me. Keeping it real, you know? I'd rather that you keep it real than just fake it, you know?
Yeah.
Tell me what's the business, you know? Because when I was a kid, when you're a kid and you're barely coming up, you can listen to what anybody says and shit. You could just run with it, and they could be giving you like bad advice and shit.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had some good older homies that like kind of steered me through the right path, gave me the ins and outs, the do's, the don'ts, and they're like, they have no filter. Like, if I had some whack ass shit, they was like, that shit's whack.
Yeah.
I'm like, for sure. I see you. I come back, you know, and then they'll either fuck with it or not, you know?
Yeah. It's like that. Made you grind harder to get better and stuff. That's
Yeah.
right, man.
Can't keep it sweet all the time, you know?
Yeah. All right, man. This next segment, bro, is the quick hitters.
Quick hitters.
Quick hitters. That's just what we call it on the show.
Oh,
It's like
for sure.
little quick hitters.
Quick hitters.
All right.
That's
All right. The first one I got for you, man. What's the best brand of spray paint?
For me, it's either Oops or Montana.
Loops or Montana? Okay, that's right. Why do you choose Loops or Montana?
Sometimes you're gonna go paint, like, I grew up like doing dollar cans,
Yeah.
Restos and shit. And man, when that shit takes a while to dry, fuck. And the good thing about Oops, like, they're quick, easy, low pressure, you know?
Yeah.
Get in and out with that. Same thing with Montana. You can get one quick fill, already start outlining and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. Like, the paint that takes a little while, like, even with rollers, like, I'm so impatient, you know? I just want to get the shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, some people like taking their time and shit. Like, I just need a good spray paint that's gonna, I know it's gonna be reliable, you know?
Yeah, most
And at least
definitely.
every time I used it, it wasn't really a problem. So I fuck with it, you know?
Yeah, that's right, man. And that Montana, that smell of Montana has a little,
That shit gets
smells
you
like
fucking
candy.
high as fuck and shit, you know?
Yeah, smell like
Feel like-
candy too.
I feel like, yo.
All right, man. Next one I got for you, bro, is this one doesn't pertain to graffiti, but what's the best local food spot out there?
Shit. Best local food spot, Cutting Toronto's on 14th Street. That shit fire.
Okay.
San Pedro, California. That shit fire. Mexican restaurant and shit, you know what I mean? That, or I'm like a seafood guy too, you know? You go to Portico and Pijo.
Oh yeah.
Fuck with that too, you know? If you're a seafood guy.
Most definitely.
That's the two of my spots up there.
That's right. Alright, man. Last one I got for you, bro, is what's a piece of advice for a youngster out there who's trying to jump into this game of graffiti?
Keep sketching, you know, doing your homework before you do any of this. You know, kind of learn the ins and outs. Don't listen to what anybody says. In the beginning, you're gonna try. People are gonna doubt you, you know what I mean? It takes a little process. You're not gonna get it right away.
Yeah.
Don't let the other fools that probably hating on you, you know what I mean, bring you down. You know, keep pushing, stay positive. And if you love doing this shit, you're gonna keep doing it for a while. The ones that are not into it, you're gonna see them phase off in like 5 years. They don't really like go on the long run. They just probably doing it for the hoes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't blame it, you know what I mean? Sometimes it attracts you hoes, but it's not. You're not gonna stay there for a while.
Yeah.
You're gonna get bored with it. That's my advice. You gotta keep trying to learn new shit. Respect the OGs and have fun with it. Once you're not having fun with it no more, then shit's probably not for you.
That's right.
As long as you're having fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
As long as you're having fun, you feel like this is what you like to do, because you never know, you probably could be getting paid for this shit in the future. The new generation, I mean, I have a couple of homies that are like going through that stage, and I can see the improvement. I'm like, yo, graph's gonna be straight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I fuck with, and that's my advice.
That's right, man. Alright, bro, before we sign off, man, you got any shout outs you want to give on air?
Shout out to the homies from the B, Harbor area, Beck, Amer, Zeph, Muff. Shout out to the homies from the I, Spy, Bots, Buff, No, Dro, Cash. Shout out to the homies from PH2, Deuce, Conquer, Anik, Fex, Herb. Shout out to the homie Circle and Real too.
That's right, man. Alright, y'all. Y'all were listening to Lost Element on KQBH 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial and streaming on KQBHLA.com. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.